Friends, we have been learning very interesting unit from your 5 BSc paper second, and that unit is fruit processing industry. My friends, as I used to say that why such a type of a syllabus has been framed by our college to your course, because you will have to keep in mind not only to get the marks or just to pass out the examinations, but you'll have to be get little bit diverted towards the entrepreneurship, in the sense you have to set the industries by learning, by going through this syllabus, and you will have to be a employment giver, isn't it? So for that one this has been set up. My friends, fruit processing industry having a lot of importance in the life of the human being, because we know that right now not only the well developed countries but developing countries and also underdeveloped countries are very much conscious about their health. We know that actually the doctor used to say that have a apple and keep have a apple a day and keep a doctor away. So every day we'll have to have a one fruit. Means apple is there, just to will have to be a little bit powerful, in the sense just to be our body resistant for the many more pathogenic attacks. So my friends, most of times actually the raw fruits are not eaten by the human being. They, when processed, that fruits that are eaten by the human being, or we have to say that little bit adding some into that one essence or taste having or nutritious content into that one, then such a type of food processing industry having a lot of, I have to say that there is a importance for developing that country, developing that industry, and just to earn the money. My friends, what is actually concept and need of this industry that we have to learn first? We know that actually, and already I have told you, fruits are the important source. Fruits are important source of energy for the humans. We know that the whole world is there depend upon the energy, and fruit is also energy to the human being. But that fruits are get very easily damaged, or that are, we have to say that the perishable atoms. Since the time is in memorial, the various products are prepared from the fruits so that they can be consumed during the off seasons as well. We know that what is the actually exact concept and need of this food processing industry is that we know that most of times we want to have the mango in season, that is March to end of May, March, April, May. So 3 months season is there, better season is there to have the mango fruits. But suppose in that 3 months period, because of some unavoidable circumstances, we are not able to have that fruit, then what we have to do? So in off seasons also that can be made available to us. Maza drinks is there, other type of, we have to say that powders are made by the industries, mango powders. So in off season also we can enjoy the fruits, we can have the energy which is coming from the eating fruits. Now that products can be canned, dry fruits, chips, squash, jam, jelly, pickles and ketchup being are made available. As we know that since ancient period, our grandmother was preparing mango pickles, and that pickle was eaten by the fellows throughout the year, isn't it? There's no any problem to have that one. So that is actually the concept of this fruit processing industry, to make available all the fruits in a off season. And there is a technologies are developed just to increase the shelf life. We know that when we purchase any fruit, any fruits are perishable, that get matured. After maturity, that we will have to have immediately, otherwise that get damaged, or uh, we are going to lose that things or becomes a waste for us. We cannot eat that one. So in such a conditions, shelf life is to be shelf life we want to increase with the help of some techniques and technology, but with the help of through proper packing also. Now in India, large number of tropical fruits are grown, such as pineapple, oranges, lemon, peaches, strawberries, mangoes, lychees, so etc. etc. We have to say that. So we are very lucky. Our country is having a, there is a diversity in case of atmosphere, diversity in case of the type of seasons, diversity in case of the type of plants growing, biodiversity is there. So we are very lucky as compared to the other countries, and in that one we can find large number of tropical fruits are growing in our India. But because of perishable nature, and that perishable nature is there because of presence of a high water content and sugar is there into that one. So these things we will have to preserve, we have to can, and for that one many more industries have been established with the help of some research. So CFTRI, FPO, PFA are the, we have to say, that scientific institute, and that scientific institute have developed the technology. CFTRI is nothing but Central Food Technological Research Institute, which is located into the Mysore, has successfully developed many techniques, tools to increase or to enhance the life, shelf life of the fruits. My friends, as we know that there is a no, we can find a person in our country which never loves eating of a mango, eating of a fruits, we have to say that, isn't it? But in off season or there is a on season, they can have that. Certain products require careful and costly transportation. We know that actually mangoes are most of times we are enjoying keshri, all the other type of the very sweet mangoes, tasty mangoes, nutritious mangoes from the Konkan area, but that have to get transported from Konkan to the other part of our country, isn't it? At that time, that life is to be increased, that are things to be preserved, that so that is possible with the help of a developed technique. And definitely because of urbanization, these things are very much possible to us. There are some established companies but that are producing a product. We know that most of the established countries are there, but established countries, they are producing their produce and that product they are selling into the market very costly, so that, so as to avoid these things, so as to decrease the cost of that product, large quantity of product is to be made available in the market, and that is possible only when you will learn these things and you will set up the industries in our country. Now, as we know word, most important word, that is a increase in the shelf life. How to increase the shelf life, how to preserve all this. So preservation methods are well known to us. Some are developed by the CFTRI, like FPO, like we have to say that the Mysore, Mysore established, we have to say that institute is there. So heating, most important, we know that actually when we will heat the things, perhaps the earliest and most commonly used method for the preservation, that is of a heating is there. Drying, for drying is another method in which water is removed by that with the help of a sun drying or mechanical drying methods are there. And when we remove the water from that one, that can help to enhance the shelf life of the many more products. So one of the simple example I will tell to you in that one. So we know that most of that dry anjeer available in the market, isn't it? Because we cannot keep the moisture containing anjeer, or we have to say that which are so, so that we can dry with the help of drying thing or heating things. Now freeze preservation methods are most of times we can increase or enhance the shelf life of the fruits with the help of a freeze preservation. The preservation by addition of some sugars and application of heat is a very popular method that is adopted when the fruits are applied in a very large amount, and that is possible by preparation of a jam, jellies, marmalades and preservers. So these methods are very cheap, easy and adapted by the human being. My friends, chemical additives are also available as per the directives of the World Health Organization and as per the directives of the, we have to say that the food department of our India. So they always works on that one, and they provide some data, provide some information that how much chemical additives can be used for the preservation or preparation of squashes, jams, beverages, and that amount is tolerable by the human being at the time of having that one. So my friends, will have to keep in mind some chemical additives, fermentation process which is well known to us since long back, in the sense preparation of alcohol. Is it acetic acid also prepared by fermentation into vinegar also. Pickling process is fermentation process, as we know that, as already I have told your grandmother or we have to say our forefathers were used to prepare a pickles, and that because of fermentation process remain as it is for long time, most of times actually 4 years up to 5 years. Also we can have the pickles prepared by our forefathers or our grandmother, because techniques, tools of preparation, preservative, additives, natural things are used by the fellows just to increase the shelf life of the pickle. Now preservation by salting, that is well known to us, or brining is there of vegetables and dry fruits, mango, lime, lemon, very common in the many parts of the world, especially in India where variety of pickles forms a part of our diet, isn't it? Again, another ultraviolet and ionizing radiations also efficient method which is used to enhance the shelf life of the vegetables and fruits. My friends, again I will say to you why all these things we'll have to learn, why we have to pay attention toward all these things, because unless and until we try to find out the things, means most of times we know that many more. For example, I will put about very simple, that is of a jamun, isn't it? So jamun fruits always are lying on the ground, nobody is paying attention towards that one. Also that is a very, we have to say that, important fruit to us, that you might also observe. Suppose we can collect or we can harvest, we have to say that, the jamun, and we can prepare some juices, cold drinks from that one, as aloe vera juice is also there available in the market. Many more such a type of fruits are produced by the nature in a large huge quantity, but that are, we have to say that, perishable because of presence of a water and sugar into that one, and shelf life is also very less of that one. And suppose we want to enjoy the fruits, taste of that fruit in a off season, so that is possible only by processing that fruits, by using some preservative, by using some methods. So that is possible to you also, but you will have to think on that one. Actually, my friends, you might have not heard actually the pickles of a करवंद, करवंदाचे ज्याला आपण डोंगरची काळी मैना म्हणतो, त्याचंसुद्धा पिकल्स बनवलं जातं, हे तुम्हाला कदाचित माहीत नसेल किंवा कदाचित माहिती असेल. अशा अनेक पदार्थ आहेत, अनेक फ्रूट प्रोसेसिंग केले जाऊ शकतात, आणि दॅट इज पॉसिबल. सो यू हॅव टू थिंक ऑन दॅट वन, माय फ्रेंड्स, अँड आउट ऑफ यू somebody will have to come forward, somebody will have to think on that one, and try to increase, try to enhance the shelf life of the fruit, process the fruits and make valuable product from that fruits, isn't it? That is possible too. With this, my friend, thank you very much.